Gastritis is an inflammation of the lining of the stomach which manifests as a cramping in the stomach, a feeling of the belly being on fire, being bloated, nausea and vomiting. If you look at the reasons why gastritis occurs, it is mainly due to bad eating habits and bad choices of food. Eating at erratic hours or just before bedtime, overindulgence in spicy and oily foods, and excessive intake of coffee, tea and alcohol can all trigger gastritis. Take a handful of basil or tulsi leaves, add half a cup of water and blend them and you will receive this juice. Add a generous pinch of rock salt to this juice, mix it really well and have it 2 to 3 times a day for gastritis. Take a bowl and add about 1 tablespoon of honey. And now add 1 teaspoon of lime juice to it and also a pinch of black pepper. Mix this well and have it 2 to 3 times a day. Take a glass of thin buttermilk, add a pinch of turmeric powder or haldi, also add a pinch of asafoetida or hing, and add about 1/4 teaspoon of fenugreek seed powder. Mix this really well and drink this at night for symptom relief. Take a small piece of fresh ginger, wash it and grate it, and to this add half a cup of water and boil it in a pan. And you need to boil this until it is reduced to half. Let this cool and then strain it in a glass. After straining it, it is ready to drink. These are measures to cure gastritis, but it is essential to prevent gastritis as it can lead to far more serious health issues if it becomes chronic. Drink a lot of water, but remember not to drink water with food. So eat at regular intervals, cut down the spice and oil in your diet if your stomach cannot stomach it. A common ailment resulting from sedentary lifestyles and eating wrong foods at wrong times is constipation, where passing stool becomes difficult and even painful sometimes. Other than the obvious abdominal discomfort, constipation also causes gas and headaches. You might also have bad breath and sometimes a bad taste in your mouth as well. To get your sluggish bowels to function properly, start your day with having about 2 to 3 liters of water on an empty stomach. Alternatively, if having plain water is a problem, then you can try the following. Take a glass of warm water, add a bit of lemon juice to it, and add about half a teaspoon of salt. Mix this well, and you can have this every morning on an empty stomach. The powder of fennel seeds, popularly known as sonf, is proven to be very effective for constipation. So take about half a teaspoon of fennel powder, add it to a glass of water at room temperature, mix it well, and have this about 2 to 3 times a day. Olive oil, which is known for its many health benefits, is also proven to be effective for constipation. So take 1 tablespoon of olive oil every morning, and if you find it difficult to take plain olive oil, you can add about half a teaspoon of lime juice to it and have it every morning. Soak about 15 to 20 raisins in water in the morning. Eat them the next morning along with the water they are soaked in, and make sure you use drinking water to soak the rays. Psyllium husk, popularly known as isabgol, is proven to be extremely effective for constipation. So you can take about 10 to 15 grams at bedtime with water, milk or even yogurt, and if you would like to take it during the day, you can have about 2 to 3 doses along the day. These are few remedies you can try rather than going to the pharmacy to pick up laxatives. However, to ensure smooth functioning of bowels, make it a lifestyle habit to add rich fiber food to your diet like fresh fruits and raw vegetables, and walk at every opportunity you get. Do you suffer from constant hunger pangs or frequent loose motions and headaches? Well, the culprit very likely is intestinal worms. Food either bought or prepared under unhygienic conditions can contain eggs of worms which will breed in your intestine. Another entry point for these eggs are through the pores of your feet when one walks barefoot on dirty ground or soil. Though these parasites thrive on tropical and subtropical places, they can afflict people anywhere. Papayas are a very good way of keeping worms at bay, so have a slice or two of papaya with your breakfast every day. Even papaya seeds are very effective in fighting worms. Take few papaya seeds, wash them really well and dry them. Make this into a coarse powder. Add 1 or 2 teaspoons of this mixture to warm milk. Mix this really well. Add some honey or sugar. Mix it really well and have it 2 to 3 days until the worms disappear. Take a handful of bitter gourd seeds, wash them well and dry them in the sun, and make a powder out of it like this. Take a pan, start your stove, and in a pan add about 1 to 2 teaspoons of ghee or clarified butter and fry this powder in it. Let it cool and then store it in a glass container and have it several times a day. In the morning on an empty stomach, eat about 2 to 3 cloves of garlic until the infection disappears. Eat hygienic and well-cooked food to ensure your food tract remains free of parasites. Loose stools with mucus or blood indicate the inflammation of the intestine, a condition commonly known as diarrhea. This is usually accompanied with severe pain in the abdomen, the urge to run to the bathroom frequently, and vomiting. So how does one get diarrhea? This can be due to various reasons, predominantly poor hygiene or having contaminated water or food. Here are some ingredients in your kitchen that can give you some relief. Curd is known to soothe the stomach, so take 1 cup of curd and add a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds or methi. Mix this and have it couple of times a day till the condition persists. Take a bunch of fresh coriander leaves and drop it in a cup of water and leave this for a few minutes. Now pick the coriander leaves from top and add them to the blender, and now make a paste out of them. Now add this coriander paste to a pan and now add a cup of water to it. Now let this boil for a couple of minutes. Once it boils, strain the liquid into a cup. Let this cool and have it when it is warm. Take a bunch of coriander leaves and wash them well. Take a cup of water, add the coriander leaves and boil them both together. Drink this couple of times a day to get quick relief. In a glass of slightly warm water, take about 1 teaspoon of lime juice and add a pinch of salt. Mix this well and have this 2 to 3 times a day. Remember, the loose stools caused in dysentery can deplete the body of electrolytes, so have plenty of water and unsugared beverages. Also remember to wash the vegetables and fruits very well before eating. Eat healthy and stay healthy. Generally, the intestine absorbs the excess water in the body, but when it is unable to do so, it results in diarrhea, where the fluid is excreted with the stool, making it frequent and watery. Sometimes it is also accompanied by nausea and abdominal pain. Diarrhea occurs mainly due to an infection in the digestive system, but it can also occur because of some reaction to a food or a drug. Whatever the reason, the electrolyte depletion could lead to dehydration. In a bowl, add about 1 liter of water and add about half a teaspoon of salt. To this, add 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of sugar and finally half a teaspoon of lime juice. Stir this really well until the sugar dissolves. Once the sugar dissolves, you can have it several times during the day. To a glass of normal water, add about 1 tablespoon of psyllium husk. Mix it really well and have it 2 to 3 times a day. Grate half an inch of fresh ginger and keep it aside. And now to the pan. Add a cup of water, add some grated ginger to it, and now let it boil for a few minutes. Once it boils, you need to strain the liquid and add 1 teaspoon of honey and have this when it is warm. In a pan, add about 1 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds and 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds and just dry roast them. Allow it to cool and then grind them in the blender. To this powder, add about 1/4 cup of curd or yogurt. Mix this really well and have it 1 to 2 times a day. Till the infection clears, have clear liquids, black tea and soft boiled rice. Do not have fruit juices or any other sugared beverages. Remember, the stomach is a vital organ that processes food, so take care and keep it healthy. If you like this video, remember to like it and leave a comment letting me know what you think, and make sure to watch our other home remedies.